What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to LTQ Wrestling Podcast. I am BDJ Clash in Italy next weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. I almost said Clash in Paris a few times in previous videos. I'm going to try really hard not to do that. It's just a habit to say Clash in Paris because I think that was their last Clash in pay-per-view or PLE, so I'm going to try not to. We're good. 5 matches, a Triple H special. On paper, look, this could be a heck of a show. I mean, this is a loaded match card. 2 big world title matches. You got Brock and Oba, Rhea and Jade, and then Becky and Sol Ruka currently, which Sol Ruka apparently could be injured coming out of Saturday night's main event. We'll see if there's any word more on that. So that match might be canceled. Hopefully not. But we'll start off with that. Sol Ruka against Becky Lynch for the women's intercontinental title. Now, Sol Ruka has had trouble hitting the soul stature snatcher. I always have trouble mispronouncing that finisher. I don't know why. Soul snatcher. There we go. On the main roster, she's had a tough time, a lot of botches. Not sure if it's the reps. Maybe she's nervous. The main roster and the NXT are two completely different worlds. Hopefully she gets right because Sol Ruka is one of the best athletes and wrestlers they got coming out of NXT. And, maybe it's just nerves getting to her. But she did botch even hitting on the referee last night at Saturday night's main event. It was just not the best match. I don't know if WWE is trying to see what, is going on with Sol Ruka and giving her less time. But she's kind of an example of why having live events is a good thing because you need to have some reps, and especially doing her finisher, the Soul Snatcher. Like, there's just so much, that goes into that move. It's like Leon Slater, right? He goes to WWE and he's trying to hit the Swanton 450. But he's not getting reps and hitting that consistently. He might mess it up a few times. So you need those reps. Yes, you can go into, the performance center or in your own ring in your house and do it, but it's not the same as having an actual match. So Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch is going to retain. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. I would love to see Sol win a title, but with the way she's been on the main roster with a lot of miscues, I don't think WWE right now is going to go, let's put a title on her. She's, missed her finisher a few times or not hit it right, but we'll put a title on her. I just don't see. I think it's a little too early for Sol to win a championship, anyways. Sometimes I feel like WWE rushes this stuff, but I think this would be a very good match. I think it'd be better than their Saturday night's main event match. It was only like 5 minutes, and it would have DQ with Sol hitting the referee with her finisher. Becky, I know there's a lot of Becky Hogan comments, and Becky don't want to put anybody over and stuff like that. I do think eventually she's going to put over somebody. She kind of has to, right? Like to lose the championship. Do I still like Becky being the title holder? No, because I feel like this is what's the word? Not beneath her, but like she's above that championship. Like, yes, I get it. You want to put a big name with the championship to get more eyes on it, but this is a title that was meant to get more people TV time that weren't getting it, not somebody who was already in the main event scene. That story for another day. Becky Lynch and Sol, though, I think Becky gets the win in a very fun match. I think Sol will get together on the main roster. I trust. And they're bringing back live events. Not a lot of live events, but a few. So I think that'll help her as well. So we'll just have to see. So next match, Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi, Part 2, two Goliaths battling one-on-one. Now, this match is interesting to me because does Brock put Oba over again? I mean, Brock has probably 2 matches left. This and the SummerSlam match against probably Gunther, which I've been saying for a while. Do they go 1-1? Is Brock going to end up, we talked about this on the latest podcast episode. Like, could it be Brock against Oba at SummerSlam? You have Brock win here, and then the final match is Brock and Oba at SummerSlam, and then Brock puts him over on the way out. That's a possibility here. So I've really thought long and hard about this. Like, okay, how is WWE going to book this match? Because Oba beat him before. You know, if Brock does beat him, how, you know, overpowered is Oba going to look? Because this guy's a monster. He has not lost. It's a very tough match for me because it depends if you're going to have a third match. If you're not going to have a third match, I would just have Oba win. It's not going to hurt Brock. He has 2 matches left. He really likes Oba. You can tell by the way their segments and matches have gone. Brock puts in a lot of effort and work with people he actually likes to have matches and, rivalries with. And this is one of them. So is Brock just going to say, you know what, I'll face Gunther at SummerSlam. I'll put this kid Oba Femi over again, and he can really be a monster star and move on to whatever else they got planned for him? Or do we do a third match at SummerSlam? Now, I do think more fans would be interested in seeing a third match instead of Gunther against Brock. That's not a knock on Gunther. I just think a lot more fans are invested in Obafemi right now, and I think they'd like to see, a best of 3 series between these two. So we'll see. But for me, I think Oba gets the win here. Could I see Brock against Oba SummerSlam? Absolutely. I'm just so set on my Gunther against Brock prediction for SummerSlam. I'm just still going to go with it. So I think Oba gets the win here. Brock puts him over in back-to-back matches, and he moves on. And then Oba faces whoever at SummerSlam the next show. Will it be better than the WrestleMania match? Possibility. We'll just have to wait and see. So Rhea Ripley against Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. I have not been that invested in this feud. I just don't care about it. It's just there's been nothing there to really invest in for me. They didn't take advantage of their Twitter war. They didn't really add any of that in the story. It's just kind of been the same thing every week on SmackDown. Rhea either does a segment or a promo or a match, and then Jade and her group attack her, and then I mean, it's kind of just been the same thing. It's just been a very boring feud, at least to me. Now, some of y'all might have, been enjoying this feud, and everybody has their cup of tea. Just for me, it is not my cup of tea. Rhea Ripley's going to retain. I don't see Jade winning the title back. They've had Jade look dominant. She pinned Rhea at Saturday Night's Main Event. She attacked her, on SmackDown. It's just been a lot of Jade getting the upper hand, and usually when they do that, that means somebody's going to lose most of the time. And Rhea just started her title reign. It just would not make sense right now to put the title back on Jade. So I'm going to go Rhea. Will this be a good match? I could see it. I mean, their match at WrestleMania wasn't bad. I think it was one of Jade's better matches she's had on the WWE roster. So we'll just have to wait and see. This will probably be the least interested match I have personally on the show. We'll just have to wait and see, though. So Cody Rhodes against Gunther. Now, this is apparently going to be the main event with Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns kicking off the show. And man, this match is so tough for me to predict because it depends on what the plans for both these guys are going forward. Is it going to be Cody Rhodes and CM Punk at SummerSlam? Is it going to be Gunther and Brock, for the title at SummerSlam? If you're going to do Gunther against Brock, does Gunther lose here? Because does that really make sense to have him lose when he's facing the Beast at SummerSlam? But if Brock loses to Oba, there's a lot of factors on this show heading into SummerSlam, in my opinion. There's a lot of important matches depending on what they're going to do heading forward. I think this will be a very good match, but I do think Sami Zayn's heel turn is going to have huge implications on this match. I think he's going to be involved. Could he screw Cody Rhodes? Potentially. If you're going to do CM Punk against Cody, I don't know if you do Sami, but I mean, Sami Zayn's going to have something, I think, to do with this match. I just don't see him not getting involved. They made him a part of the story. SmackDown needs something to really get people invested in right now. Maybe Sami Zayn's heel turns dad, but it's just been a very boring show. Cody doesn't have a lot of opponents to really work with currently. So Sami and Punk would probably be the next two in line. This feud hasn't been anything really special. It's just been Gunther saying, I want a match against you. I'm going to show him the best. You're the golden boy. Cody already saying he's ready for a fight. I mean, it's your classic baby face and heel type feud. It's not really anything out of the ordinary. So for my prediction, Gunther lost to Cody before. I've really thought long and hard. I prepared even before I made this video. Who do I want to go with? I still am not 100% sold on who's going to win this. I'm really not. I just think it's going to end in a DQ because I just don't see Gunther losing right now because he's had so much momentum with this retirement thing. And if he's going to face Brock, I just think Sami gets involved and calls the DQ. That's my prediction for this. I don't see Cody taking a loss. They got plans for him probably heading into SummerSlam. I don't see Gunther taking a loss. Sami interfering would be the safest bet, in my opinion, for this match. Now, WWE usually goes with the predictable outcome most of the time. Not that that's always a bad thing. So I think Sami Zayn is going to get involved, and then Cody retains off a DQ. Gunther gets pissed at Sami, and, they have a heated, segment on SmackDown. So we'll see. So I would say it's time for the main evento, but the last match we talked about was the main evento. Roman Reigns against Jacob Fatu in Tribal Combat. And just like Cody Rhodes and Gunther, look, this match is hard for me to predict because WWE is very protective of Jacob Fatu. Are they going to have him lose back-to-back matches to Roman Reigns? It's tough because, are they going to have interference in both these world title matches? I have a hard time seeing that as well. These matches are tough to predict for me. Tribal combat, though, I like the stipulation. The last match at Backlash was actually pretty good. I figured it would be because Roman Reigns, usually when he likes a feud, he puts more work into the matches. Obviously, it's his family. And, seeing Roman Reigns face somebody who's not an established main eventer, because Jacob Fatu is not exactly an established main event guy right now, is pretty refreshing for me because he's usually just facing like already established main event talents, guys who already won multiple world titles, already been in multiple main events. So I think Reigns is enjoying this feud. I know a lot of fans get sick and tired of the bloodline stuff and like when's it ever going to end. This is more just like about Jacob more than the bloodline stuff at this point. But we'll see. So who will win? Now the Usos, look, this is no DQ, right? So the Usos are going to get involved. They got attacked by Jacob Fatu. He destroyed them. That's pretty much setting up to me him getting attacked by them in some way. Do they cost him this match? I think that'd make a lot of sense. But since I predicted Sami Zayn interfering, I just don't know if WWE is going to have interference in both world title matches. But I also don't know if they're going to have Gunther or Jacob Fatu take a clean loss. So Reigns is obviously going to retain. I'm just back and forth on how he's going to retain, right? Like, I just don't know how Roman Reigns is going to retain clean because it's not going to completely destroy Jacob Fatu losing to your top guy twice. But this is a guy that really takes pins, man. Like, if you have him lose back to back, it's just like, where does he go from here? So I predict the Usos will interfere. Maybe Solo and them get involved. I doubt it, but they've been kind of involved in this a little bit. Zilla Fatu, maybe he shows up and helps Jacob. There's a lot of possibilities here. I think this will be a fun match. It's kicking off the show, so you get tribal combat start off. I know some fans are mad because Roman Reigns isn't main eventing. It is what it is. I'm going to predict Roman Reigns retains, though. I don't see him losing. They got way too much plans in place for Roman Reigns right now. It's not going to be a scenario where he drops the title anytime soon. Yeah, Roman Reigns retains for me. I think this will be a very fun match, though. So that'll do it for my WWE Clash in Italy predictions. Make sure to like and subscribe for more LTQ Wrestling podcast content. Comment your predictions down below. Who do you predict will win all 5 of these matches? And what match are you looking forward to the most on this stacked card? For me, I'm looking forward to Roman Reigns against Jacob Fatu. Not that the only match I'm not looking forward to is Rhea and Jade, just because I'm not really invested in that feud. But everything else could be interesting. But Roman Reigns and Jacob for me, just because I don't really know how it's going to end or who's going to show up. So that for me is the intriguing match. If you like gaming, check out me and QJ's gaming channel's description down below. We are also on Spotify. If you're like me and I'm working overnights, I like listening to my podcasts, not really watching them. Check us out on Spotify at LTQ Wrestling Podcast. As always, appreciate the support. Peace.